The action in this week's Parsha takes place on Rosh Chodesh Nisan. How do we know this? Is that the whole process of inaugurating the Mishkan starts on the 23rd day of Adar. So if you add 7 days to that, you get to Rosh Chodesh Nisan. And it's not an accident that Rosh Chodesh Nisan is the date for the inauguration of the Mishkan, because any new beginning for the Jewish people, and the Mishkan, inaugurating the Mishkan was a new beginning for the Jewish people. Um, the it always starts in Nisan. One of the great mistakes a lot of people make is they refer to Rosh Hashanah as the Jewish New Year. It's not. The Jewish New Year is Nisan. The Rosh Hashanah's date is the anniversary of the creation of the first man, in case you're interested. Uh, but the Torah wants us to concentrate on the month of Nisan, because that's when we have all of our beginnings. Uh, and it's a very important idea. Very important idea there is that as a people, we should know our beginnings. If you notice something very peculiar about the Hagim, Pesach is only for the Jews. Shavuot, it's mostly for the Jews. And then we eventually get to Sukkot and Simchat Torah, where we invite the whole world to come and bring their korbanot, their offerings. The idea being, it's like raising a child. When you raise a child, first you have to isolate him, so to speak, so he can get his grounding. You can't send him and tell him, oh, this is the whole world. He's not ready for that yet. It takes a while for him to be educated so he can be, steadfast in his own self before he can be face the world. But once he's steadfast in what you imbued in him, he can face all the challenges of the world. And another note as to what David said before about the shul dinner, one of the great things about Rabbi Schwartz, and I'm going to now call him out in this, is that anybody who's has had a need from the shul supplies that need. My wife recently had an accident where she broke a bone in her leg. Within a day, we had a walker for her, a wheelchair, a special seat for the shower, and there's a meal train for us because it's difficult for us to get and do shopping. So, in other words, the shul's taking care of us, and we're extremely grateful. And I know that we are not out of the ordinary with the shul, and this comes from the leadership of Rabbi Schwartz, who's being honored at the dinner. So that's something to think about. Kaddish Derbanan.